Hey everyone, this is the Hero Talk podcast. We're here to talk about everything in the world of superheroes, from the TV shows to the movies to our review of some movies at the end. So we're just gonna start off right now. I'm joined by my co-host Josh. Josh, how you doing today?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing good. Excited to talk some superhero stuff.
Awesome. And then we're also joined here by our special guest Ruiz. Chris, how you doing today too?
I was doing way good until you mispronounced my last name, but it's all good. It's all good. Just
How do
happy
you
to be
say
here.
it?
Ruiz, but no,
That
don't
isn't
worry.
that what
We're
I
all here.
said?
It's all good.
Ruiz, right?
Yeah, don't worry. We're good.
All right. Well, our first news story of the day, Jeff Johns says that DC has huge plans for the Teen Titans. And this is what he had to say. Quote, "We at DC have known that this is coming for months and months. That's not new to us. We have plans for Titans. It's a huge piece of DC and we have plans for it." So Josh, what's your first take on this piece of news?
I'm excited because I love the Teen Titans. I'm a huge fan of the core five, like the ones from the animated series, and I love the animated series. So I hope if they do something like, let's say, a movie, I hope they keep the five, but I feel like they'll change it up. They'll add like Blue Beetle or something. But I love this. I think this is great. At least they have some plan for what to do with Teen Titans, because now that that TNT show is over or not going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
which I never thought it would. Like when it first got announced, I honestly didn't think this would ever happen. So I think this is great that they actually know what they're going to do. Hopefully, the Cyborg movie gets changed to a Teen Titans movie, but after that preview thing, Dawn of Justice League, I don't think that'll happen.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm still excited. I'm so happy they have plans for Teen Titans because I love them.
Yeah. Chris, what's your take on this?
Okay, Teen Titans. That's been huge for me since I was a child. Man, just it's been huge. It really let down that they, got it canceled. But then, we get a little let up when they hear, we're bringing it back with another series. But then you see it's Teen Titans Go, and then hearts were broken. All right, when
Yeah,
they with the first episode. Okay, mine included. I mean, there's still some. They have some really good Easter eggs in there. That's okay. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like we got that the fans of the Teen Titans didn't get what a Teen Titans fan would want, not a diehard Titans fan would want. But with the plans, whether it be a movie or maybe not TV show, which I didn't really have a lot of hope for from day one because not a lot of TNT shows have like a max budget, especially for like a comic book TV show. It wouldn't have really sufficed for a Teen Titans live action show. But with like if they're doing a movie, it's really something to look forward to. I mean, because honestly, the only people from Teen Titans that have been getting a lot of press these days, Cyborg. You see in Cyborg in way more stuff. You're seeing him in more animated shows. You're seeing him in more of the comics with the Justice League. And he's going to be in the Justice League movie. Like he's getting more of a popularity. Where Robin, Robin's Robin, but you haven't really been seeing a whole lot of Starfire or Raven or Beast Boy. And I want to see more of Beast Boy. I mean, last time we really saw more of Beast Boy was like TV wise was Young Justice. Rest in peace, by the way. But it's something to look forward to. I think they if Jeff John's saying they have plans, I trust they're going to do it right. If they did add more than the original five, that's okay. I still wish that they put Raven in there, everyone else in there. Maybe add Speedy, Blue Beetle. It'll be okay. But as long as the core five are there, I'm happy. That's what I wish for.
Yeah. I'm not a big Teen Titans person just because I've never really gotten into it. I liked the show as a kid. That's about all I've been exposed to. So this isn't a big deal to me. I thought it would have been cool to see. So was the TNT Teen Titans show live action?
yeah,
Yeah, they said it was going to be live action, and then this is about the same time they announced the Krypton show, the whole
Mm.
Krypton origin story show. But at the same time, we didn't hear anything else prior. I mean, after the announcement. So it was I didn't I if Titans got canceled, I think Krypton it might be on the same boat. We haven't heard a lot from either, but except for the cancellation of Titans. But that's it.
Yeah, so like I said, Teen Titans. I thought it'd been cool if they had a live action Teen Titans. Just that would have been cool to see it on that kind of format. But yeah, not a big deal to me personally. But I know a lot of people are big fans of Teen Titans, so
Mm.
I guess it's cool that they're planning on moving forward with some kind of series or whether it's probably a TV show. You guys think?
It's
No.
most likely TV show. I mean, fingers crossed for a movie, but there's a lot of Teen Titans fans out there, and there's a lot of comic fans out there. They're going to see Robin up there. Maybe I mean, not a whole lot of people knew who the Suicide Squad was, but they're getting some good rep now.
Definitely.
Not like your average comic fan will know who the Suicide Squad are, but like your average Batman, like the people that don't read comics but mostly look at the movies, they're seeing the Suicide Squad and they see the DC label, like, wow, okay, this is interesting. Just it depends on how it's presented, really.
Yeah, Suicide Squad, they might know Harley Quinn, Joker, and then just Will Smith's face, but that's probably about it.
Exactly. They had good presentation. If Teen Titans can, if they do a movie and they can present it well, then it's going to be all right.
Yeah. All right, so let's go on to our next story. Josh Brolin teases big things for Thanos. So Josh had this to say, quote, "It's not voice work, it's mocap. I'm there and it's not in the booth. I'm being filmed. I have a bunch of crap on my face. I'm being filmed like 34 cameras, 36 cameras, something like that. Every moment, everything." So this is very new to me. It's very exciting, and it's also very unnerving. But I'm sure I do trust these guys. So big things coming for Thanos apparently. Chris, do you think we'll see him in any form in Civil War, or is that more of a Guardians of the Galaxy / Infinity War gem that you put in?
You see, it's a roll of the dice, man. You can never predict what's going to happen with these after credit scenes.
I mean, in the film though, not
in the film. Okay, in the film. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's in Civil War. Civil War has to end some way. Okay, so after Civil War, in the Avengers storyline, really, it's going to be Infinity War.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, and honestly, the Civil War, it has to end. It's not going to end with, or at least I hope it doesn't end with, like them killing Iron Man or Captain America. I mean, it shouldn't. It doesn't look like it's going to end like that because the cast are going to be a part of Infinity War, from what I'm led to believe. But yeah. I honestly, Civil War, it's going to probably do one of the little. It's gonna get real where Captain America, Iron Man, they're almost at each other's throats. They're killing each other, but then there might be just something at the end, maybe like a blink of like a flash in the sky or something like that. Then you see Thanos coming down, just like to the way he does, and then they look at each other and it's like, what now? Maybe something like that
or something.
Like what?
Maybe we hear his voice.
Yeah, something like that, like where he comes in and it's like, it's my time, or I'm here. Something that just presents him. If that's how I would see it, if he came in like that, maybe in Civil War. But if not, just it's the guys at Marvel know what they're doing. Just like it's, I trust them.
Yeah. So Josh, what is your opinion on what Josh said?
No chance we see Thanos in Civil War.
Boo.
I think 0% he'll be in Civil War if I had to put like a percentage on that. But
Doctor Strange is in play.
Guardians of the Galaxy, if he's saying he's doing mocap right now, I think we have a good chance maybe he'll be in like Guardians, like in 1 or 2 scenes. I think maybe like for Guardians, I would say like 60% we'll see him. I think
100% he's in Guardians. He was in the
and then I think for like end credit scenes, 100% or 90% we'll see him in one of the end credit scenes.
Yeah,
that's good.
One thing that we haven't discussed is the possibility of him being in Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange is kind of this kind of crazy,
10%
psychedelic. That's not a word. This kind of ride that you go on. So maybe Thanos could fit in there somewhere with Doctor Strange. But yeah, Thanos is really really cool. I just hope it doesn't turn into every Marvel post-credit scene, every Marvel movie, you're going to get a Thanos post-credit scene or something. That'd be kind of lame. But he's a cool character. I definitely want to see him. Probably not in Civil War, just because he wouldn't fit in that Civil War. It'd be like Galactic War or something. That would be weird. Well, Infinity War, actually. But, yeah. I hope he's in either Doctor Strange or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Guardians 2 is a huge possibility. I mean, because the Nebula is still alive, so so Nebula, Daddy Thanos. It's more likely for Guardians than it is for Civil War. But the Civil War thing, fingers are still crossed for that. Okay, I'm hoping for something like that.
Yeah, maybe something with Vision, because he has a gem on his head. So
that's a good point. But I think in my opinion, if I had to take a guess right now, I would say Infinity War Part 1 ends with Vision dying. And
Josh? Chris, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. We lost Josh.
Oh, well, I think Thanos has heard Josh saying he's not going to be in Civil War, and he kind of did something to him.
I
But
told you. Can't be
Can you guys
speaking
hear me now?
Thanos' name. Yeah, we
oh
can
yeah,
hear you.
we thought Thanos got to you for a sec, Josh, because you
You
were trash
spoke
talking.
Thanos' name in vain, dude. We thought he got you.
what happened is what I was saying is I think Avengers Infinity War Part 1 ends with Thanos killing Vision and taking the stone out of his hand and taking the stone out of his head and putting it in his hand, and I think that's how the first movie ends.
Yeah.
If I had
Well, yeah, I mean that would be cool. Except I don't want to see Vision die. But yeah,
No, man, he's
That
too
happened.
soon. We've barely
it has
had
to
him.
happen.
he could have a
It
big
hap-
role in Civil War though,
Yeah.
because he's kind of. It looks like from a picture we have soon, he's on Iron Man's side, but he's on the side like he said in Avengers: Age of Ultron. He said he's on the side of life, so that can kind of make him in play for either side. So, yeah, who knows? So our next piece of news is that apparently there will be no Batman vs Superman TV spots for the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, both Sony and Warner Brothers are sitting this year's Super Bowl out. A 30-second spot costs as much as $5 million, by the way, which obviously means no Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, or Suicide Squad. However, the trade adds that, quote, it's possible a promotional partner could plug Batman v Superman and the cast may attend, so we'll likely get something like that. Will it be new footage? Unfortunately, we're just going to have to wait and see, but it won't be an actual TV spot or like the other things mentioned here. What do you guys think? First thing, I've seen some Batman vs Superman Dr. Pepper stuff, so they could have something like a Dr. Pepper commercial involving Batman and Superman.
That's a good.
Probably no footage per se, but maybe something with Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. I don't know. But Josh, what do you think about this?
I think I don't really care that there's no TV spot because I mean we've seen like a lot of the movie already, or we've seen not a lot of the
I don't
movie,
think
we've
so.
seen a lot of footage is what I mean. So I don't really mind that there's no TV spot. I mean I want to see more footage, but we only have like a month left, so I'm fine waiting.
Month and like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly a month and 3 weeks. Yeah, Chris, what do you think about this?
Yeah, no Super Bowl trailer, man. The movie's out like soon. We don't need any more information. We got what we need, man. We already know what's gonna happen. We got Doomsday in the picture. We got the Wonder Woman stuff. We don't really need any more trailers really, unless like Zack Snyder drops a little something that says I think we should put this out, and I'm like okay then because Zack Snyder's freaking he's DC Jesus right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him that, but. Yeah, we don't really need anything else. It comes out in a month. I mean, the Super Bowl trailers are really for, summer movies anyway. I mean, Civil War, yeah, there's going to most likely. But,
Probably.
I don't think we need one for Batman vs. Superman. It's so close. We don't need it. And regarding the whole how the cast can promote the movie there, they can show up. I don't know. They'll be there. You'll see them in the stands or something. Then the commentators will say, these are the actors for Batman vs. Superman coming out, blah, 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 march to this. Because, they put out word. I heard this that Ryan Reynolds is going to be at Super Bowl and he's going to, give people chimichangas. They said that that's probably going to happen. And that's a good advertising game right there. Because it's just, they're not putting any trailers. He's just going there. He's giving out chimichangas, maybe a poster. But, they're advertising the movie with the way they don't need to spend millions and millions of dollars to do it. So if they're going to advertise that, I would, it'll be like a smart way, like what they're doing for Deadpool.
So what Deadpool thing is there? What are they doing?
So Deadpool is like I saw that they're having like a food cart, right? And Deadpool is handing out chimichangas. I don't know if he's gonna be actually in the stadium doing that. That would be a little weird. But yeah, they're doing some kind of Deadpool marketing is just going all in, man.
That's gonna be
They're going balls to the wall.
Hell yeah, man. They know what they're doing. They're doing it so smart. They're doing it in the most unusual of ways of advertising that people would ignore, but it's just working so well because it's Deadpool's a character that at the same time with the advertising it works with the character, like with the whole Deadpool has a freaking Tinder account. Okay, that's just
I know.
That is just great.
That's funny. When's Deadpool come out? The 14th?
1 week from tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow?
Well,
I thought-
I'm seeing it Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, kind of going back to this Batman vs Superman stuff, I remember I was watching the Broncos versus. I think it was Broncos versus Steelers. Yeah, it was Broncos versus Steelers, and
Mhm.
I didn't know anything was going to come on TVs. Like I didn't know there was going to be a TV spot, but I remember just watching, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a Batman vs Superman TV spot I haven't seen, and that excitement was really cool. And then during the next game, Carolina versus Arizona, or no, Carolina versus crap, who'd they play? They played Green Bay. Carolina versus Green Bay. Another one came on, and it was more new footage. It was that Ben Affleck, or is that Bruce Wayne talking to Alfred about how he can't let Superman destroy more of the city and stuff. If he's an alien, even 1% chance, he needs to fight him. That was really cool too. So I mean, there was no buzz going into the football game for that. So I think it was really cool. But the Super Bowl is already going to be crowded with commercial space. We know we're going to see some really funny Doritos commercials because they do that every year. So we'll probably see more Captain America stuff, honestly. Almost on our Star Wars show in 2 days, we'll talk about if there's a possibility of a Rogue One teaser or something, because I'm starting to hear rumbles about that. But the Super Bowl commercials will be crowded enough, so we don't necessarily need a Batman vs Superman TV spot.
Amen.
So our next little piece of news is there's a Captain America Civil War promo art, and we see who is on Cap's side. We have Captain America, Ant-Man. Who's that blonde chick from Winter Soldier?
I don't remember.
Whoever
she's
the
agent. Let's call her Agent.
Agent folding her laundry. We have Falcon. We have Hawkeye. And then on Iron Man's side, we have Iron Man. I always call Scarlett Johansson Scarlet Witch, just because the names.
I know, I do that too.
Black Widow, Black Panther, War Machine, and Vision. So, Chris, I mean, this is just a kind of a promo art, but does this make you any more excited for it, or does that kind of clarify who's on whose side, or what are your thoughts about this?
Most definitely, man. I mean, the promo art is huge. I mean, before it was just you'd see two separate pictures where one would be the Team Iron Man, one would be the Team Captain America, just two separate pictures. This one, they're all together. This is amazing. This is just like, I can't even explain it, but it just look at this. You got all these freaking great people, and they're looking at each other like this looks like a Mortal Kombat video game where one side versus the other, but it looks so freaking cool because like you can't believe this is happening, but you got all these freaking great people, and they're all actually gonna fight each other. It's just it's really happening. It's great.
I think it's funny Ant-Man's riding an ant in this picture too.
I wanted him on Hawkeye's bow and
he
on
will.
his arrow,
He will.
man. I know he will, but I wanted to see it just a little sooner.
Yeah.
We know it's coming.
Yeah. Josh, does this picture do anything to you?
Doesn't really do anything to me. Like, I think the Mortal Kombat reference is really good. It does kind of seem like that. It does kind of seem like that. I love seeing Ant-Man. I think that's cool. But no, it doesn't really do anything to me because it's cool to see the sides. But I mean, we've already known the sides. So
Yeah. I don't know. It's cool promo art. I think it kind of says this kind of clarifies who's on whose side in case people didn't really know. But yeah, it looks like Iron Man has a new suit, which is cool too.
I did not notice that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the picture now. It does look like a new suit. All right, that's good to look forward to. Like Mark 50 or however freaking suits he's had at this time.
Whatever Jarvis can conjure up. So yeah, what do you guys think about this promo pic? Does it look cool? I want to ask you guys a question, not you guys, but our listeners. Which movie are you more excited for, Batman vs Superman or Civil War? Answer down below in the comments, and we'll make sure to look at those, and we thank you for your feedback. So our next piece of news, Paul Rudd talks Marvel Cinematic Universe. He said, quote, "I know that when I signed up for it, there was always the potential that they'd do another one, or it would tie in some way, but specifically I wasn't aware, and I'm still not totally aware of how that works. We are doing a second Ant-Man movie. So those meetings are starting to be scheduled and underway as far as what it's going to be. We'll start writing it soon. Rudd will be writing the screenplay for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Andrew Barr and Gabriel Ferrari, awesome last name, and it sounds like the actors so far enjoying the process of working with Marvel." Rudd went on to say, quote, "It's been very easy," he told the site. Marvel's been great as far as I have something else and they'll work around it. I'm not like I'm working on a series that might be a little trickier as far as scheduling. I worked on Civil War and I didn't really work on it for very long. But as far as Ant-Man 2, I already know when that's going to go. So just kind of according to plan. If anything comes along that I can film before or after it works out time-wise and that makes sense, Marvel's been supportive. So, Josh, this is kind of a lot to sort through, right? But my first question is, he said he wasn't really shooting a lot for Civil War. So do you think, how big of a role do you think he's going to have in Civil War?
I think he's not gonna have a big role, but he's gonna have a role where it's like he's in it, he's part of the team, like he'll be there for the big fight, but most of his scenes are CGI anyway, so
Yeah.
like because the small suit, so most of his scenes will be CGI anyway. It's not like it's gonna be not like he's got tons to film, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, that's it.
Chris, are you excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I am. I think it's got promise. I'm glad it's not Ant-Man 2. They're actually recognizing it's going to be more than one, hero in this. And then we saw, I forgot her name, Evelyn Lilly's character. I totally forgot her name. Sorry. But you see her at the end of the after credits getting the Wasp suit, and I'm like, all right, cool. So she's going to be the sidekick in Ant-Man 2. That sucks. But then it's like, no, we're calling it Ant-Man the Wasp. I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. But concerning the whole Rudd not having a lot to film for the Captain America Civil War, I don't think it's just for him. I think it's for the other actors in general, unless I am wrong. But what I think it is, it's Captain America's story. That you see in the trailers. It's him and it's Winter Soldier and Falcon. They're on the run. Then you see Iron Man come in. Like, I don't think Iron Man's going to come in for at least, like the first 30 minutes of the movie. Like, it's Captain America's movie, but at the same time, we're still bringing all these people together. Like, everyone's going to have not a big scene. I mean, there's going to be big scenes with them, but they're not going to be like the heart and soul of the movie. Like, they're not going to be entirely in the movie. Like, you're going to see them, then there's going to be times we don't see them for a while, and then, you'll see them again. Like, that's what I think it's going to be. Like, I think some people had the same thing with Paul Rudd. Like, we didn't have that much, but at the same time, it's just so much, right?
Yeah, and I mean, probably the most of his scenes will probably be action oriented. So, like you said, that could be a lot of CGI. But,
stunt double work too. Stunt doubles.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna have a lot of big scenes in the movie.
Mm-hmm. He'll probably have a few one-liners and stuff like that too. But the people that went to D23, they actually saw some footage from Civil War, and what they said was there was a clip of Ant-Man like sitting in that van and saying something, but it like worked very well, and they were really happy. They walked away very pleased with what they saw from Ant-Man in that footage. So, I'm looking forward to Ant-Man. I'm looking forward to Ant-Man and the Wasp, even though I think the title is a little cheesy, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in Civil War. Did you guys like Ant-Man? Just a little side note. The movie.
Josh, you want to go first? Okay. I thought it was all right. I mean, it was a different Marvel movie for me. Like, it was more like every Marvel movie, they do it a little differently, but this one, what was so cool about it being different, it was like a heist movie. Like, it was a heist movie done by Marvel, and I thought that was just amazing.
Yeah, it didn't follow like the certain type of Marvel structure. It was more
no, not at all. Like, he's not trying to save people. I mean, he cares. He cares. He's like a good guy, but at the same time, he's not trying to save the world or anything like that. He's a guy. He needs to heist. He needs to make a heist, or this guy who with the yellow jacket suit, again, forgot his name. I only saw this movie once. This guy with the yellow jacket suit. If this happens, then it's not gonna be good. So we gotta do the good thing. And that was just so cool with it being like a heist movie. I thought it was really excellent.
Josh, did you like it, man?
Yeah, it was great. I liked it. I just haven't gone back to watch it again. I haven't bought it. So, I mean, it was good. I mean, I liked it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed Ant-Man. I got it on Blu-ray for Christmas. It's probably my top 5 Marvel movies. What?
Did you see it 3 times?
Yeah, in theaters. It wasn't necessarily because I wanted to see it 3 times though. It was I saw it. I don't remember who. Like, I saw it with my sister, and then I saw it with my dad, and then I saw it with my other sister. So I didn't like just go alone. So it was more of people wanted to go, and I just went along with them, so I don't have to pay. But
that's good.
because that's the way movies work nowadays. But yeah, so that's what Paul Rudd had to say about Civil War. We have another Marvel actor, Mark Ruffalo, talking about a different movie, Thor Ragnarok. So Mark Ruffalo said, quote, "I love to do a Hulk movie, but that's beyond my control." He explained, "It's controlled by Universal Pictures. Marvel doesn't even hold the rights to a solo Hulk film. So it's not on the horizon, and I don't know if it's going to be. But we have worked really interesting arc into Thor 3, Avengers 3, and 4 for Banner that I think will, when it's all added up, will feel like a Hulk movie, a standalone movie." And then when asked about his preparation for Thor Ragnarok, which starts shooting in Australia this summer, Ruffalo said that he's not trying to get as fit and lean as Chris Hemsworth, but he's very enthusiastic about working with the director. Oh, what's her name? Taika Waititi coming in. I love him, Mark said. That's a surprise, and it fits Marvel, and it fits part of Marvel doing the unexpected, casting the unexpected, and now bringing into the unexpected for a writer and director. I'm really interested in where they're going to go. They're writing the script, I think, and I'm thinking about that. I'm doing script meetings and stuff, so we're starting to prep for it. So Mark Ruffalo, they're obviously not going to do another Hulk standalone because Paramount does own the rights to that. Universal, sorry. So Marvel wouldn't get a lot of the money. They would have to split it or somehow. But as long as you put Thor in a movie with someone else, it's not his own movie. They can make Thor be very prevalent in a movie. It's just not his movie. So, Chris, are you looking forward to seeing Hulk and Thor Ragnarok? And what do you think about the rumored buddy cop or just buddy friend? I don't know what you'd call it. Kind of nature that film is rumored to have.
See, this is going to be interesting. I've never really been a huge fan of the Thor movies, and it's not because they're bad or anything. I mean, there's some things I didn't like about it, but it's just I haven't really been that much of a Thor fan. They do some things, then they do some other things I'm not really into. But with this new one, I've been hearing a lot of hype for it with Hulk being in. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be an interesting turn to it. I don't know how they're going to get this going, but again, like I said, Marvel definitely knows what they're doing. So if they're bringing Hulk into Thor, they definitely know what they're doing. There was definitely a lot of negativity towards this, but they always pull through. I mean, they don't disappoint. They know what they're doing. They have a plan, and you got to follow that plan through. And with the whole buddy cop thing, I mean, the way it's looking, I mean, I think it's gonna be all right. I mean, they had a lot of humorous moments in the Avengers, like the original one. That was one of the best parts of the movie. I loved whenever Hulk and Thor would interact. They'd sometimes be working together. Sometimes they just they when they be fighting, it was great on screen interaction. I mean, it's definitely something to look forward to, I think.
Yeah. Josh, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, the comments are great. I can't wait to see Hulk and Thor team up in this, because they're both great when they're together. They're great. They were great in the Avengers together. So I'm excited. Excited to see this.
Mm-hmm. What I've also heard about this movie is so Thor and the Hulk are gonna be in a gladiator sort of thing on a planet. So they kind of have to fight their way out of this. That's just kind of what I've heard a little bit. What?
Planet Hulk.
Yeah, but not the exact story, but similar to that. So, yeah, I don't think a Hulk movie would really work on its own. It can't work legally either. So it'll be cool to see Hulk and Thor. I've never been a big fan of the Thor movies, really. I didn't even see The Dark World. That's what it's called, right?
You're lucky.
Yeah, I didn't even see it because I didn't really want to.
It was the first a little bit of a letdown, I won't lie.
Yeah, wasn't.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe the third in this trilogy will be the best one. Who knows? So our next piece of news, not really news, just kind of a little not even Easter egg, just kind of a little bit of information. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 director James Gunn said that he knows what the end credit scene is, and he told us that it will be. Just kidding, he didn't tell us anything. But Josh, what do you think the post-credit scene is? I don't know.
I mean, it's cool they know what it is, but it's gonna be Thanos. It's gonna be Thanos, or maybe the Guardians going to Earth. I don't know.
Maybe it's Spiderman web slinging in space.
I don't think so, but it could
That'd be cool. But Chris, what do you think about this little
Okay,
nugget?
it's going to be Groot and Drax, and they're going to have the official dance off that they couldn't have in the original Guardians because Groot was in the little pot. Okay, this is going to be the dance off. That's going to be what the end credit is.
That would be glorious.
And I'm not kidding. That's not me joking. I think they're actually going to get together. They're going to actually dance off. I honestly think that's what's going to happen because Guardians 2 is still a comedy movie. Okay, I'm telling you, the dance off is going to happen. Okay, it's happening.
That would be worth the price of admission alone just to see that dance.
Yes.
I can't get that image out of my mind now. Just with that same Jackson 5 song playing in the back, just round 2.
Yep, you're welcome.
Got that stuck in my head right now too.
Yeah, that's a really interesting idea. I like it. But yeah, it's cool that they know going into what the post-credit scene is. I don't think it affects what's in the movie whatsoever. But I mean, yeah, it's cool. There's nothing else really to say about that. So next, Hugh Jackman updates us on the status of Wolverine 3 while promoting Eddie the Eagle at Sundance, which I do want to see. Actor Hugh Jackman was asked the current status of the third solo Wolverine film from the 20th Century Fox. He said, quote, "We have a full script. To tell you, 2 days ago, I got that full finished. Well, it's not finished, but we're really super close. As you can see by the rate of my facial hair. That might give you a good clue that perhaps, yeah, it's sooner rather than later." When asked if he knows when and where they'll start shooting, Jackman pulled his cards even closer to his chest. Quote, "I don't have a firm date yet. My thing is, I've told you and I've told everyone it's my last one. For me, I want it to be perfect, so the moment I know it's perfect, bang, we'll go. I don't have a firm date yet. My thing, that's just reset it again. So, Chris, what do you think about the third Wolverine movie? And do you like the trilogy that the Wolverine movies have been? Do you think they're good, bad, in between?
You can replace James Bond, you can replace Batman, but Wolverine will always be Hugh Jackman to me. Always.
Yeah.
Just that's the one role that just cannot be replaced. I mean, even when the day comes when they will, deep down we all know that's Hugh is the true Wolverine.
I think Tom Hardy could do it.
He's been with us for a long time. I mean, just it's Hugh Jackman, man. I mean, you only know him as Wolverine. Like every other movie you'll see him in, that's Wolverine. It doesn't matter. I mean, you still appreciate Hugh Jackman for everything he's doing, but at the same time, deep down, I'm like, that's the Wolverine, man. That's just like honestly, even if they are gonna reboot it, which they might one day in the future, just deep down, we all know Hugh is the true Wolverine. Okay, I mean, and regarding the Wolverine 3, I'm interested to see where that's going because this is going to be after the where he fixed up time in Days of Future Past. I mean, everything was different after he got back. So honestly, I don't know if maybe they're gonna have the same. They're gonna see what's different from his perspective, like with maybe the whole thing in Japan didn't happen. Maybe it did with different events. Maybe some people that died there didn't die. Because they changed this a whole lot with
maybe they didn't sew Deadpool's mouth.
Yeah, like there's got to be yeah, exactly, man. I mean, honestly, the Days of Future Past, the ending of Days of Future Past brought so many possibilities to the world, and it brought us Deadpool, the merc with the freaking mouth. They brought him back, and they're bringing him back strong. Okay, it's going to be a very interesting way they go about it. But still very, very sad that it's going to be Hugh Jackman's last.
Yeah. Josh, what do you have to?
I don't think they've made a good Wolverine movie to date right now.
Yeah.
Like,
shots fired.
I don't really like the Wolverine. I don't think I think Wolverine is a good movie at best. At most, I think good movie. Like I was very disappointed when I walked out of the Wolverine, but that movie really disappointed me. And so I think it would be. I think this movie is going to be great just because it's his last one, so they want to make it perfect. I feel like if he goes out on a bad note, then I don't know. I think it'll be good. I just hope it's great. So,
yeah. One more thing I want to say before we move on from this. Just to throw this out there, I could see Tom Hardy playing Wolverine, personally. I think that could be okay. But yeah, like you guys said, Hugh Jackman is definitely the Wolverine to most of us. I'll be honest right here. Never been a huge fan of the X-Men X-Men comics, movies. I like them, but I'm not like I don't even care that Apocalypse is coming out really.
I only care about X-Men when Wolverine is in there, man.
Yeah.
I haven't had a huge hype up around Apocalypse. It's
I
gonna
disagree
be
with you. I
I
disagree
yeah.
mean,
completely.
Oscar
What?
Isaac being in there sells it for me, but
I
yeah,
love I love Wolverine, but I don't think Wolverine is the best part of the X-Men movies. I've always loved Magneto, Xavier.
I'm a
I
Wolverine
always
guy.
thought they were better than Wolverine.
He's just always been with me. Okay, he was always with me in the X-Men cartoon, and then the day
I'm
I
one,
watched X-Men, it just clicked.
Yeah,
I'm one of those where it's like I'm one of those people where everyone loves this person, so I don't love them as much as I probably would.
you'd be a really
Like,
Okay.
crappy dad, Josh.
it's just how I am. Like I think Wolverine's great. I think Hugh Jackman is the perfect Wolverine, but I don't think Wolverine's the best part of these X-Men movies. I think he's
Uh,
great, but I don't think he's the best part of these movies.
on a side note, before we do move on, though, I would like Cyclops because I liked him in the animated series they did for X-Men, but
Love these.
he's kind of a dick in the live action, so that's like the only reason why I
I
just
hate
can't
that.
like anybody else.
I hate that Cyclops in the live
Yeah,
action.
see,
He's
yeah, it's just it's not good, you know. But
Yeah,
that's why if
stuff like Jean Grey. I just hate the whole love story between Jean Grey and Wolverine. I hate that. I just really don't like that.
Yeah,
that's just all there is to it. If they made Cyclops a little more, less douchey, then I would be like, okay, we have Cyclops and Apocalypse. This is awesome. But still, Wolverine,
I think it would be.
just always.
I think it would be way better in Apocalypse. I think it would be awesome in Apocalypse.
I know. I'm very looking forward to it, but I don't think he hit his douchey stage yet. I think that's more down the line.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's all she wrote about Wolverine 3. Next little piece of news really isn't that big of news except I love it because I love Funko Pops, and the Suicide Squad Funko Pops were kind of leaked. This wasn't confirmed yet. I saw Warner Brothers or whoever took the picture down from someplace, so that kind of makes you think this is what they will look like. But we have a picture of the Joker, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, El Diablo, Katana. Who's the guy at the bottom left?
That would be Rick Flag.
Yeah, okay. Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang, and then Killer Croc. I know Josh and I both are big on Funko Pops. Chris, do you like Funko Pops?
Take all my money, man. Oh my god, these Funkos look amazing. I saw these earlier today. I didn't think they were going to be during the show today. I'm so glad. I was so glad we're talking about these, man. I started doing Funkos last Christmas. Just like I got just random 7 for Christmas, and then after that I was just hooked because my little sister started getting these. And then I started seeing they have Marvel ones, and then she brought a Nightwing home one day, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start getting these now. But these are just amazing. I love all these designs. Really, these are just usually I'll see they'll have a set out, and I'll be like, I can miss out on that one, but no, I want all of these.
I know, right?
Man, all of these look just great.
Yeah.
I don't want all of them.
I don't want El Diablo and Katana very much.
The only ones I'm gonna get, this is also depending on how they are in the movie. Like, if they're in the movie and they're cooler, then I'll probably get them. But right now, I just want Harley Quinn and Joker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those two are definitely the best. I really hope that they do put out more Jokers, though. Like, more outfits, not just the shirtless one. But yeah, that looks great. Even his eyes I don't know what the word is, distorted, kind of. Yeah. I don't know.
Distorted.
Do you guys are you a fan of the Joker's tattoos?
Oh yes, day one. I saw when they put out the Joker pic. Day one, loved it. Okay, I loved what they're doing. I was full in with Jared Leto being in there. I mean, at first I was a little like, all right, let's see how he does first, to see how he looks. I hope he doesn't have the whole Jesus look with the makeup on. That would really throw me off.
Definitely doesn't.
But they give him this haircut. They shave off the beard, tattooed up. They made him a freaking the psychopath that Joker is. It just looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at this guy.
The damage tattoo on his head is a little over the top for me, but everything else you gotta buy it. You gotta buy the glove on his right hand, purple glove, the hair, the eyes, the laugh, the smile, the car, the suit, the shirt, the Arkham sweatpants. I mean, what isn't there to buy for this movie so far? Everything has been gold. Harley Quinn looks sexy too.
Oh my
Say it right
God,
now.
man. I mean, honestly, we can people can say that they've seen Harley Quinn naked, and it's official because the first time anyone's probably ever seen Margot Robbie on screen was Wolf of Wall Street, and then usually you'll see, honestly, sometimes you'll see women take no clothes on during a movie, and you won't really see them after that. But then it's like she's Harley Quinn. I'm like, okay, she has a career. She has a very very moving career. She got this. She has Tarzan.
She's
Just
only
it's awesome.
25
I
too.
think they did great with the casting for Margot, and she looks great in this, in the Funko, everything, man. She's just they're moving with this.
Josh, any final thoughts about these?
No, nothing.
Personally, I could do without El Diablo and Katana, but all the other four, I'm really.
Where is Slipknot? Where is Slipknot? He's not here.
Oh,
Or
this is a
Enchantress.
confirmation he dies first.
Nah,
This
because
is confirmation he is dead first. I've been saying this, that Slipknot's the one that's gonna die. He's gonna be the one that gets his head blown off, and he's the only one that doesn't have his toy or his
His
pop.
toy?
So definitely dead.
I'm so
well,
sad
Amanda
now.
Waller doesn't either.
Well, yeah, but
Doesn't
she's not
mean
in the
she's dead?
poster either. She's not in the poster. I
Oh,
mean,
that's true.
she's not in the poster, but Enchantress and Slipknot are.
Yeah,
but
Enchantress isn't in this either.
That's a good
And Jo-
point
and-
too. Enchantress doesn't.
I don't know. I just think maybe this is the only page that got leaked. I don't think this is necessarily all there is. This is just the one page that someone got their hands on. So I'm really impressed with Captain Boomerang too. I like the way they're approaching that. Killer Croc
Dude,
looks great too.
I didn't think he was gonna be. I thought he was just gonna be regular Australian douchebag.
Yeah.
But then you see him in the trailer. He's a freaking psychopath.
Yeah, I know. That
Oh my God.
that part where there's just all the action and then you just see him like sipping a beer. I'm like, that's perfect. I really like the design of Killer Croc too. He's not like this huge crazy abomination.
Not a
He's-
CGI
Yeah, it's
way
real
of
practical
going
effects.
about it. Like they went, we're gonna make sure a guy, not a too tall of a guy, but at the same time a good tall is playing this, and we're gonna get him the good prosthetics and all that stuff. However they're going about it, but they really did a good casting.
Yeah. So that's about it for the Funko Pops. Let us know, guys, what you want, which one of these you want the most. Probably a lot of Harley and Joker, but who knows? We're all different. So our next piece of news, a lot of news this week, kind of. So The Flash is actually set to appear on an episode of Supergirl. Producer Greg Berlanti and Andrew Chrisberg had this to say. We are so incredibly excited to announce something that we have dreamed of happening since we started making Supergirl. The Flash and Supergirl are teaming up. We want to thank Grant Gustin for making the time to come visit on top of his already immense workload, and for all the folks at CBS, the CW, Warner Bros., and DC for working this all out. So that's basically all he said. Josh, I kind of know your idea, but does this make you want to watch Supergirl anymore, or are you just going to tune in for this one episode?
Tune in for the one episode because Supergirl was a show where I watched it, but like for the first few episodes, I was like, "Oh, this actually is fun. This is a good show." And then as the show kept going on, I was like, "I hate this. I hate watching it." I was like, "I hate watching this. This has become a chore." And after that, like after episode like 10, I was like, "You know what? I'm done. I quit." And so now this happening, like this whole thing getting announced, just kind of puts me like doesn't get me like angry or anything. Like I knew it was probably gonna happen, but I'm only gonna watch the crossover and then I'm not gonna go back to Supergirl because Supergirl's an awful show and I don't care. I don't care if it's connected.
Josh is very negative sometimes.
I hope
He's the John
I'm the
Campia
John
of our
Campia of
universe.
this podcast. I'm the John Campia of this podcast probably.
But Josh!
Because I get angry about this stuff, and like the thing with this is like Supergirl's an awful show, and it's
All right, I'm going to have to cut you off here, Josh. Some people are probably bleeding from their ears now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh doesn't like Supergirl, if that wasn't clear.
No, really?
Chris, do you enjoy Supergirl? I know Melissa
can't-
Benoist is very attractive, but do you enjoy the show?
Here's the thing. I can't really have an opinion on the show. I don't watch Supergirl. I mostly because I put so much time into into Smallville. And then the first thing I'm thinking is, all right, is this going to be Smallville but with a woman lead cast? Like that was the first thing I thought. And then I watched the first episode. I had on my DVR. I got about halfway through. She stops that plane from crashing. I'm like, you know what? I got a lot of shows I'm watching. If this gets on Netflix one day, if this stays on, keeps a good season 2, if it gets a standing ovation, I will go back. And then as soon as I start hearing the stuff about Martian Manhunter, the White Martians, it's making me wish I stayed in. And especially with this Flash announcement, I'm like, oh, I wish I stayed for the
They also
ride.
had Bizarro.
Bizarro too. Yes, I've been hearing a lot about the Bizarro, and then now we're hearing possible rumors, just rumors, that Tom Welling, the Superman of Smallville, will be Superman here. And with this flat, and I'm like, dude, no way. There's no chance.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're saying Grant Gustin from a completely different, who's the Flash on a different channel, is going to be playing the Flash on CBS. I'm like,
it's all one universe though. They confirmed that.
Oh, that means that, it's just so much now. It's just, oh my, I if they bring back Tom Welling, I'm gonna watch the entire show.
That's the guy who plays Clark Kent, right?
Yes.
I think he will come back.
Oh yeah, I'm on board for Supergirl then. Netflix better get this deal going. But concerning the Flash crossover, yes, I will be watching this episode, 100%.
Yeah. And
wait, so is they confirmed that same universe?
Pretty sure.
Ooh.
Because I mean, how else would it have worked?
Multiverse.
But that would be really weird to explain to the casual Supergirl fan.
I hope they do, because I don't want Supergirl on our Flash, Arrow, Legends Tomorrow universe, because I don't want her to be. I think it's going to be so it's going to annoy me for them to kind of have to explain, oh, Martian Manhunter's in this universe and Supergirl's in this universe. There's people that fly. There's a person flying, and we've never had a reference to her.
All right.
Enough
negativity, Josh. And by the way,
there's a Superman in this universe, and there's no reference on Arrow or Flash.
Well, you got to remember, it could be a little bit of both,
service.
The inside and on the writing. I mean, because that Arrow episode last week, when they gave Felicity a code name, they call her Overwatch, and then Arrow's like, hey, it was going to be an Oracle, but that was taken. Sometimes it's just. Sometimes it's
just fan service.
It's sometimes it's fan service. Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just they'll dive into it, but they won't go back to it. I mean, think about Arrow. When's the last time we went back to? They rarely mention Bloodhaven. That's where Nightwing in the comics.
Yeah,
that's where he does his thing.
Yeah, but that was an Easter egg. We never saw Nightwing in this universe. We've never seen Bruce Wayne in this universe.
Remember, though, they don't mention him that much in Man of Steel either. They don't mention a vigilante in Gotham, even though he's been in there for a while. From what we've done.
Good point.
Yeah, they don't mention him, but that was a Superman story. That we didn't really see the media that much. In every episode of Supergirl, they show the TV talking about Superman or Supergirl. I really feel like someone will be looking this up in Flash or Arrow.
Okay,
Star Labs or Oliver, someone needs to look this. We
need to move on from this.
Trey, even though he's being mostly negative, you have to admit he kind of has a point.
Oh
about
yeah,
this.
he does.
There needs to be some explanation. Okay, he's got a very good point.
This is why I didn't want this to happen.
Josh wants to do to the writers of Supergirl what Superman did to Zod in Man of Steel.
No, I don't, because then we wouldn't have Flash.
All right. Well, anyways, we have to move on. We're getting a long show. But by the way, Josh just messaged our group chat and said, "I hate the Flash will be in Supergirl," just to top it all off. So we are officially moving on. We're just gonna have a rapid fire of a few news topics, and we'll just talk about them quickly. So first, we have a new Daredevil teaser photo. Next, Jada Pinkett Smith, gag, confirmed to come back for 2 episodes of Gotham. And the new Justice League animated series called Justice League Action was announced. So these are a few news topics. Chris, starting off, do you like this Daredevil picture? It's like Harry Potter went to hell and came back, but what do you think about this?
You're going to have to skip me, man. I don't watch Daredevil. I haven't gotten past the third episode.
Oh, but, okay.
Other than the Punisher hype, that's all I'm looking forward to. So you can skip me on this one.
All right.
Watch Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil's good. I like Jessica Jones more, but yeah.
The glasses are cool. It's a cool photo. I like seeing the glasses. It's like a little teaser photo, but it doesn't really reveal much. But
Netflix does that too. They don't really do anything until the week before the show comes out either. Then they go ham.
That's true.
I want to see a trailer. I still want to see a.
Well, we did.
Trailer. Well, but that didn't really show anything.
It showed Punisher.
Yeah, I know, but then that was. I want to see an actual trailer talking about what the season's about is what I mean.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know what the
Like-
plot of the show is about. The season's about. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
But the other two stories, Jada Pinkett Smith in Gotham. I'll make my rant short. She was awful.
There we
Oh my
go.
gosh.
She was
And
awful
here
in
we
Gotham. She was
go.
a horrible character, and she's the single reason why I quit the show.
Oof.
Gotham, but then I came back because she died. Supposedly.
You're breaking my heart right now, man.
She died in the show, so I came back, and now that she's coming back for 2 episodes, is what they say. I'm most likely not going to watch those episodes. I'm most likely going to skip those 2 episodes. As much as I love Gotham season 2, I just hate her so much in the show. And then what was the third story? I know it was something else I wanted to rant about, but
Justice League.
Oh no! Please don't rant about Justice
Justice League action. Okay.
Oh,
I'm so glad Kevin Conroy's coming back. I'm so glad Mark Hamill's coming back. I actually tweeted. I said I hate the concept, I hate the animation, and I hate that it's an 11-minute episode. But Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy are coming back, so I'm gonna watch it. And Mark Hamill liked my tweet, but that what I just said, I tweeted that, and Mark Hamill liked it, which was pretty cool. But I'm gonna watch it because they're coming back. But I hate like I said, I hate the animation. I hate that it's 11 minutes. I hope it's not like Teen Titans Go. I really am not looking forward to Teen Titans. I hate Teen Titans. I hate the title, Justice League Action. That's awful. But, yeah.
Josh, I have one thing I would like to say to you. Ah, crap, that didn't work like I wanted it to. Never mind. But
I know what you were going for.
yeah, that wasn't very loud. But yeah. So, anything else you guys want to talk about these 2 gag reels, or just one gag reel?
Jada Pinkett Smith. I knew she wasn't dead on that episode of Gotham. I mean, she fell. You don't see her on screen die. You just see her on screen fall. So it's just. I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me that they brought her back, but I liked her as a character. I liked her, because Gotham is not just about Batman. It's about the people of Gotham. It's about James Gordon. It's about Harvey Bullock. It's about Batman, Bruce Wayne becoming a man. It's not just about Batman. It's just, I know that's off the topic, but I see a lot of people hating Gotham because they say this isn't about Batman. I'm like, it's not a Batman story. He's in there, but it's not his story, not just his.
Gotham just bores me.
And what?
Gotham just bores me. I stopped watching like 5 episodes in. I just couldn't.
You're breaking my
Gotham
heart.
season 2 is great. You should get back to it.
I'll do it on Netflix, bro.
It is on Netflix. So
it is already?
That's the point. Yeah, no, season 1.
Season 1.
Season 1. Don't watch season 1. It was awful. When season 2 goes to Netflix, watch it. It's really good.
All right. So, yeah, that'll wrap up basically all of our news segment. So now we're going to go into a few of our reviews, some stuff that we've seen this week. We're going to talk about Flash Season 1, Legends of Tomorrow, Batman Bad Blood, the movie review, and then we have a fan question at the end. So we're not going to talk about spoilers for Flash. Are we going to talk about spoilers for Legends of Tomorrow?
I don't care if you guys want it.
I missed the last 10 minutes of Legends, but we pretty much you wrapped it up, and it's nothing really. So we can talk, but yeah, just let's review.
Okay, so first we're gonna start out with the Flash Season 1, Episode 12, the Fastlane review. So Josh, basically, oh wait, you haven't seen it. Never mind. So basically, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the outline for this episode is there's a new villain called Tar Pit. Harrison Wells tries to do something to take a little bit of Barry's Speed Force. And that's all I'm going to say. But this episode was a setup for basically next week, and next week is going to be cover yours if you don't want to hear it for 5 seconds. But it's going to be Earth. They're going to go to Earth 2, so that should be really interesting. But you two haven't seen this episode, right? So it's just going to be me.
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Well, yeah. So basically, all I have to say about this episode is Iris was annoying. Barry was cool, but Barry got too attached to someone, and he felt very weird, like he was a little kid again. Cisco only had one cool moment. Zoom was cool. Villain was I hated the villain in this episode. He looked so stupid too.
Was it like Tar Pit or
Tar
something?
Pit, yeah. I mean, come on. In the teaser, Cisco says he's like a walking tar pit. I don't know if that was a callback to Princess Leia calling Chewbacca a walking carpet, but that's what I thought of. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for this. 7 out of 10 rating.
I mean, I'm excited to watch the episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad episode per se, but they're just, I mean, Patty's gone. So that's Barry's kind of not, He's kind of more of just the Flash right now, not really Barry Allen. Plus, we have Wally West comes. He's a more prominent in this episode, and he's a big part of this episode. So, yeah, we're gonna see him probably more. But next, we're gonna go on to DC's Legends of Tomorrow episode 2 review. So basically, if you don't know what Legends of Tomorrow is, it's basically the Justice League 2, or like it's like the Justice League with like B characters, like
Justice League Junior.
Yeah, Justice League Junior. But so it's like with Captain Cold, whatever the Fire guy is, Atom, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, that White Canary, Captain Cold, like I said, and Martin Stein and Jefferson Jackson. But Josh, I'll let you go into your kind of what you thought about this episode. You can talk spoilers, don't talk spoilers, whatever. It's not a big deal because this episode has been out for when we're recording
I won't
this
talk spoilers.
6 days.
I won't talk spoilers. I love the episode. That was a great episode. I did a full review on it on my channel, but I loved the episode. I thought it was a great episode. Great action, great story, really funny moments, and just a great like looking forward in the show. Like more like Easter, like stuff that I'm excited to see happen. I can't wait. Mm-hmm. Really loved it.
Chris, have you seen this?
Just up to the last fight between Vandal Savage and the team at his mansion. But from right now, it's looking all right. The thing about this show is that there's so many characters that you can't really tell who the main character is.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the first episode, they do a little moment with Rip Hunter, and you're thinking he's the main character, but then this week you didn't really see him that much, other than he says go do your thing. Like you don't see him that much in the first 50 minutes from what I've seen. So it's a little hard to tell who the main character is, but at the same time that's what's so cool, because we can explore these characters differently. We can explore Hawkgirl and Hawkman this week, but then we're going to explore Captain Cold and Heatwave, another week. There's just a lot of there's a lot they can do with this. But the first 2 episodes, I thought they were all right. I didn't think they were standing ovation spectacular, but I'm very interested to see where the season goes.
Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised about this series so far. I thought it was going to be really bad. But like Chris said, every episode sort of has a different focus on a different person. The first episode was kind of an ensemble cast, This one was more of a Martin Stein-centered episode. We actually get 2 Martin Steins, so that's cool. But I really liked how White Canary, that's her name, right?
Yeah.
Was flirting with the young Martin.
That was so
that
funny.
was cool. But yeah, this was a cool episode. Not much else to say about this. What would you guys rate it out of 10?
10. I loved it.
10 out of 10? Wow, Josh is a negative.
Can be negative.
Yeah.
He's only negative towards a few female comic characters, but there's no bad female comic characters on here. So
I will say this about Supergirl, just to get back to it real quick.
Oh, here we go.
Melissa Bonet, what's her name? I don't know. Bonet?
Melissa,
whatever.
hot chick.
I think she is great. She is fantastic as Supergirl. She is the perfect casting for Supergirl, and I think she's great in the show. I think she's done one thing. The biggest compliment I could give the show is she's done the one thing that a Superman has never done, changing from Supergirl to Kara. I don't think ever has a Superman changed to Clark Kent in a movie without acting like the same character. So I think, I honestly think Supergirl she's the perfect casting. I just think the show around her sucks. I think she's the only good part about the show.
Okay.
That's a good argument. All
yeah,
right.
Good episode or good argument. But yeah, she's probably my top 5 most attractive people in Hollywood right now. She's beautiful. But yeah, so Josh, our next thing we're gonna review before we get to our final movie review. Josh watched the animated movie. I don't know if Chris you've seen it too. Batman: Bad Blood. Josh, why don't you just give us your thoughts about this movie? I have no intention of seeing it. I don't like the DC animation. I hate 2D animation, so I don't plan on seeing it. So say whatever you want.
I love DC animated films. I love that. I love this movie. When I first heard it, because this movie, I want to talk about this because I love this. I love the DC animated movies, and so I saw it earlier. I saw it yesterday, I think. no, 2 days ago. I watched it. Came one day early, which is pretty cool. But I watched it and I loved it. I loved everything about it. I'm gonna give it a perfect 10 out of 10. I thought it was a great DC animated movie. I think in the top 5 DC
10
animated
out
movies.
of 10?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved
So
everything about that.
Whoa.
I loved everything about this movie. It's in my top 5 DC animated movies. I think it's a sequel to Son of Batman and Batman vs. Robin. I love those movies, so I love the setup. So we already know these characters or some of the characters, and it's just my biggest problem with this movie. My only problem, which is not the movie's fault, it's not anything that happens in the movie. It's just another problem with these DC animated movies is it's not a Batman movie. Why is it called Batman Bad Blood? It's a stupid name. It's not a Batman movie. Same thing with Batman Assault on Arkham. It's not a Batman movie. It's a Suicide Squad movie.
they got to get people to watch the movie somehow, man. They
I
got to
know,
put
but
someone's name up there.
I know, but I just think it like people like me are gonna watch it no matter what. So I wish it was called like Bat Family Bad Blood or like Nightwing Bad Blood. I don't know, or Damian Wayne Bad Blood. I don't know. It's just they're in the movie. It could have even been called Alfred Bad Blood, and it would have made more sense than Batman Bad Blood. So yeah, that's just my thing. But I love the movie. I loved everything about it. The action's great. The story's great. Love Damian Wayne. I think he's just an amazing DC animated character. And yeah, everything about it, just loved it. And it's only like an hour and 10 minutes. It's so short, but they do such a great job in such little time. So yeah.
Chris, have you seen it?
I did not, but I definitely been wanting to see it, and definitely more now after hearing Josh's review, because now I know what to expect when I'm going into it. But yeah, I'm really liking the idea of a little less Batman, a little more of the Bat family, but because we don't see a lot of the Bat family these days, and it's good that they're getting some exposure. I'm hearing a lot of some good things about Damian Wayne, some bad things from the recent movies that come out, but I'm still gonna check out Batman Bad Blood. I do need to watch Batman versus Robin and Son of Batman though, but that's first on the list. But definitely looking forward to Bad Blood. I'm glad Josh has a lot of positivity towards this.
Yeah. I'll just go quick. I don't care about this. Really.
Watch it.
I'm not going to watch it. I'll watch Dark Knight again or something. But yeah, so that is basically all we have to review except for our last thing. And I forgot to put this in the notes, Chris. But like we did last week, we reviewed at the end of the movie, or at the end of the show, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. And we're going to go and we're going to review another movie at the end of this show today, right now. And that is Spider-Man 1, the one with Tobey Maguire and directed by Sam Raimi. So basically, this movie stars Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, Kristen Dunst as Mary Jane Watson, my crush growing up, and James Franco as Harry Osborn. So I'm just going to ask you, Josh, first off, what are your thoughts on this Spider-Man movie?
I love it. I love Spider-Man 1. I think it's a great, I think it's a great not DC, great Marvel movie. I think it's one of the best movies.
Do you speak?
Honestly, like I'm gonna say right now, and it's probably controversial what I'm gonna say. I think Amazing Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man movie.
The hell?
But
all right, we gotta end this show and block Josh. We'll be back next. Just kidding. Sorry, Josh. Keep going. No, Josh.
Did his mic break, or did he speak of Spider-Man in vain again?
Spider-Man just webbed his mouth closed. Josh, you there? Alrighty then. Josh will be back probably once Spider-Man stops breaking his back, like, what's her name? Gwen Stacy. But
all those neck breaking jokes, man, they're still all over, man. I'm happy. That's like the one good thing that came out of that movie.
Yeah.
But
hold on, Josh is trying to call me. Let me just add him to this call for a second. But yeah, Chris, in the time being, yeah, let me know what did you think about this movie?
Okay, so Spider-Man, the original, this was the first movie I ever saw in the movie theater. So, there's going to be a special place in my heart for it. So it's going to be a little biased, but whatever. Concerning the original Spider-Man movie, I loved it. It was great. You had Tobey Maguire, establishing himself as the nerdy superhero that we all grown to love. I mean, with Andrew Garfield, it was a little different, but it came to us. But Tobey Maguire, he gave us, he became he became the relatable Spider-Man. He made
He was more
every nerd
nerdy,
feel
yeah.
like Toby's Peter Parker, and it was great. And God, Goblin was
Oh, it was
great.
so
Willem
good.
Dafoe, just
Perfect.
hands down great. Great acting. During the scene where he takes off the mask and he shows Peter that he is the Goblin, that Norman Osborn is the Goblin. It's just freaking powerful. He's crying. He's like, I'm going insane. Please help me. And then Spider-Man, he's like, no. And then it's just so great. Okay, that's just one of the. It's a really, really great movie. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Josh is back, by the way.
Bye, Josh.
Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man heard you.
It's a great movie. I love Spider-Man 1. I think it's the best out of... Yeah, I'm going to say it's the best out of 3. I think Spider-Man 1
2
is
is
the
my
best out
favorite.
of 3. I love it. I think Willem Dafoe is the perfect Green Goblin. I can't see anyone else as Green Goblin or...
You can't
or
see that
Norman
kid from
Osborn.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 as Green Goblin?
What?
You can't see the guy from Amazing Spider-Man 2 as Green Goblin?
At all.
No, yeah.
That was... I don't think that's a bad movie either, but I don't think it's a good movie, a great movie either. I think it's okay.
There are some things to like in it, some things to not like.
Exactly.
It would be.
But Spider-Man 1 is a great movie. I think James Franco is the perfect...
Oh, I love James Franco in this.
Perfect.
Yeah, Franco got it.
He's so good as Harry. I love James Franco's Harry. I remember when they first announced that they were making the Amazing Spider-Man movie. I was like, they should get James Franco back as Harry because I was like, I
That
can't
would
see
be
anyone
weird.
Harry. I thought Dane DeHaan was pretty good as Harry, but I thought no one could match what James Franco did. I thought he was amazing as Harry. Even in the third movie, I thought he was pretty good as Harry.
I didn't hate
I thought
the
he
third
was
movie.
great. I don't hate the third movie either, but I don't like it. There's stuff I love about the third movie, like what happens to Harry. I
Like
think is
emo Spider-Man?
I love what they do with Harry in the third movie. But
Yeah.
besides that, I don't like it. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
So, yeah, my take on this, I do like Spider-Man 2 more. Not Amazing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 more than this. But, yeah, I mean, Spider-Man 1, this first Spider-Man, what a phenomenal movie. It was made in 2002, so it was made 14 years ago. Wow, it's a while ago, kind of.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I love the costume, right? I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. He was very relatable. I thought Mary Jane was so hot growing up. Oh my gosh. I loved her. I honestly do think I kind of look like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man too. Also, so there's that. But Willem Dafoe was great as the Green Goblin. I like the Green Goblin suit. I don't want them to actually make the person like a physical Green Goblin. I just want them to have a suit, But yeah, he was great. Cliff Robertson as Ben Parker, Uncle Ben. I don't think you could have had a better casting. He was so good in the few scenes he was in. That one scene, the synonymous one where with great power comes great responsibility. Such a great line.
It is great.
Did anybody else cry when they brought him back in Spider-Man 2 and the white lights?
I did.
My God.
I watched it about a month ago probably, and I did tear up. And then
tears, man, tears.
probably the best.
I don't remember Spider-Man 2 as much as I remember Spider-Man.
Neither did I. Go back and watch it. Because I didn't like 2 as much as I liked the other two, as much as I liked 1. But then I watched it again as being an older person. That sounded weird, being older. And I really did like it a lot more. So you should do that. But then, probably one of the best casting in this movie, J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson.
Yes!
Couldn't have nailed it more.
Perfect.
He was perfect. I hated him when I was growing up, and you should hate him because he's a jerk. But he's a lovable jerk too, kind of, because he's a vigilante, he's a menace. But I want him to be like, I want to be him too, because we see in Spider-Man 2 that one scene it was deleted is in the extended cut where he puts on the suit.
He's so hateable.
Laughing.
You want him back for the role, man. If he keep on that
I completely agree.
It's just great.
Yeah, he was perfect. I mean, he was in Whiplash. a movie I don't really have an opinion on because I was so uncomfortable watching it because he made me so
Well,
uncomfortable. But I didn't like being uncomfortable. I didn't like that feeling. But I know it's a good movie. But he brings it every role. And yeah, like Chris said, if they cast him as J. Jonah Jameson in the upcoming Spider-Man trilogy, I will be thrilled. He was great. I know he'll be older. I'm not sure here. Let me look and see how old he is. But yeah, I mean, just perfect casting. Everyone in this movie was cast really well. I don't know if I think some people have problems with Kristen Dunst being Mary Jane, but I don't really. I thought she was awesome.
It's just the damsel in distress deal, man. Like, people don't like. Yeah, she was just like straight up, save me, save me, save me. Like, she didn't really do a lot for herself until Spider-Man 3, but by that time it was too late.
Yeah. J.K. Simmons is 61, by the way. So he definitely could come back if he wanted to. And if
that would be so cool.
Yeah, so kind of to wrap our thoughts about this movie here, Chris, what would you give this movie out of 10, and where would you rank it in this current trilogy? And the previous in that trilogy.
I would give it a 9, and I would say it's tied with Spider-Man 2 with, a 9 there too, because just both are just great. Both were, this was back in, like the early 2000s when comic book movies were just making a comeback, like after X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Like the comic book movies were starting to be, they made their point on the ground that said, all right, this is going to be the new comic book movie. So it's just, I think it's, like X-Men and Spider-Man, they revolutionized comic book movies. It started with X-Men, but then Spider-Man was the next turning stone. But just Spider-Man, just the original 2002 or whatever year it came out, just stupendous, yeah. Great.
Definitely. Josh, sorry. What do you think? Like, what would you rank this movie, and what would you give it? Where would you place it in the trilogy it was in?
In the trilogy, I think it's my favorite right now. But what would I rank it? I don't know. Probably like a 9.5, 10. I don't know. I'd have probably like right there. I love this movie.
Yeah. Cool. My opinion, yeah, definitely a 9 out of 10 movie for me. Great movie. Loved it. The ending was perfect. It set up Harry Osborn's character very well for his motivation, his motives, the way that he thought, the way that he perceived Spider-Man. But definitely my second favorite of the trilogy, Spider-Man. I go 2, 1, 3 in my favorites. 2 is my favorite. But yeah, Tobey Maguire is definitely the Spider-Man to me. We'll see what Tom Holland can do. But yeah, great movie, great trilogy for the most part, great casting. So we would like to thank Sam Raimi for doing most people a service and giving us this movie because it was great. So we're going to end the show with a fan question. And this question comes from Master Karau, I'm not sure if I said your name right, Karau, who asks, and thanks for the question, and it ties in this movie that we just reviewed. He said,
That's
quote,
great.
How do you feel the Spider-Man reboot will go, better or worse than the previous? So, Chris, I'm going to let you answer this first. What is your answer? How would you reply to this question?
Well, it's gonna take a little bit of it's going to be a little bit of a building process because, Amazing Spider-Man, let's face it, it broke a lot of fans' hearts.
Amazing Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man 2?
A little bit of both. I mean, for the first one had some things I liked, but it didn't really feel like an excellent origin story. Where the second one, it was just like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yes.
There's 5 villains here. We're all just taking turns here. What's going on? But with the new one that's coming out, it's gonna take a little bit to make me think they're gonna need to put a lot of work into it to make me say it's gonna be better than the original Spider-Man movie but they got a really young guy to play him. He's like 19. He's just obviously he's like just starting out, so he's gonna be the point is it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to get me to like this better, but I do think it's gonna be good. I do think it's gonna do real well.
Mm-hmm. Josh, what's your thought?
I don't know if it's going to be better. I don't know if it's going to be a better movie than the originals, but I think it's definitely going to be a great movie. I think they're going to do a great job. I think Tom Holland is, I haven't seen him in anything, but I'm hearing he's a great actor. I can't judge because I just haven't seen anything with him, but I'm excited. I'm really excited for it, and I think he'll do great.
Yeah. I saw Tom Holland in one movie I can remember. I didn't see Lost or whatever that Moby Dick movie was, but he was in this movie. It was like there was a tsunami, and Ewan McGregor was in it. I'm not sure what it was. It's like
Oh, the Master.
what?
The Master?
No, it was like there was like a tsunami that hit this island.
I know what you're talking about.
The
I think it's called The Master.
That wouldn't make sense though.
I know, but I don't know. It's a stupid title.
Here, I'll look him up. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be better than the original. That's kind of being a little unfair. But
The Impossible.
The Impossible, that's better than the Master. But I think it definitely has a chance to be better than the most recent Spider-Man trilogy. I thought, crap, I'm forgetting his name. Who just played Spider-Man?
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah,
I
I thought he was really good, but he was kind of too.
It's same thing with Supergirl.
He was too cool.
Same exact thing with Supergirl.
Here we go.
He's the same with Supergirl.
All right, but I don't know. All right, but I'm really excited. Honestly, seeing Spider-Man in Civil War is what I'm most anticipated for that movie. I'm really interested. I'm glad that they're not going to do it like a origin story again. He's been Spider-Man for a while, and relating back to Ant-Man, actually, I remember in that movie at the end when they had that really cool kind of voiceover thing with Michael Pena, and then you had Falcon. He was like, we got guys flying, crawling up walls, and I was like, oh, that's a Spider-Man reference. That's so cool. Probably. I mean, they could say it's not, but that's probably a Spider-Man reference. That's so cool.
It's definitely a Spider-Man reference.
I mean, I'm really excited to see him in the new trilogy that they're going to come up with. Comes out in about 18 months. I think it comes out next summer of 2017. So definitely looking forward to that movie. Thank you for the question. If you guys have any questions, tweet them to us. Our Twitter is at Force Talk Pod. Not Force Talk, that's another show. At Hero Talk Pod. So I think that being said, we're going to wrap the show up. So I'd like to thank Cris for coming on. And Cris, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm also on Snapchat. I don't know if you guys are using that. It's the same, Funny Guy Cris, Funny Guy, and then CRIS, no H in my name, sorry. But yeah, I'm on Snapchat, Twitter, pretty much. And if you ever feel like there's something else where you think I'm on, then type in Funny Guy Cris, and then usually there's a Joker pic, Mark Hamill's Joker as the profile picture, but that's me. So that's me.
Yeah, Cris is actually on AsianPeopleMeet.com as Funny Guy Cris, so that's a problem there. Just kidding. That'd be funny though. So yeah, thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Really great. This is my first podcast. Really glad I could be a part of this.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. So, and then Josh, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Joshua7520. Also on YouTube, Grand Moff Josh. And then Instagram, Joshua7520. Snapchat, Josh7520. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you can find me on Twitter at the Treyanator. Follow our other show, the Force Talk, or at Force Talk Pod, Star Wars show we have every week. That'll be up in a few days. I'm going to record that in the next few days. This is our second episode. If you have any criticism, please tell us. We'd like to hear your feedback. But, yeah, I think that'll do it. So thank you for listening, and we'll be back next week for more updates on superheroes and that kind of crap.